Taylor told Steffi that if Ridge wanted Brooke, then he wouldn't be living there with her. I said, that don't mean nothing nowadays, but hey, y'all, welcome back to another review Life with Chess for the Bold and Beautiful February 19, 2025. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Look, Taylor was talking to Steffi, and I think, who called? Daphne and Zende ended up telling Steffi that Ridge is there, and he was behind closed doors with Brooke or whatever. And the look on Taylor's face, she said, she ain't bothered by it. Now, back in the day, she would have been bothered, but I said, you still bothered. You can see the look on her face, she's bothered by it or whatever. And I feel like Ridge has made it known that he want both of them. But okay, before we talk about Stephanie, we got to talk about Brooke and Ridge, because Brooke over here, I said, once again, you just got through talking to Katie and you was finally holding her accountable or whatever. Now you on today's episode, you sitting over here being stupid. She already being foolish again. She could have easily said, you know what? You right. I'm about to go talk to her right now. You stay right there or something. She's still over here. She felt like she had to do, still saying stupid stuff. I said, yeah, stay with Taylor. She ain't still not holding her daughter accountable. But I don't know what they think holding her accountable gonna do anyway. But okay, y'all, on today's episode, Brooke is still talking to Ridge, trying to convince him to stay and come back home with her. He doesn't belong with Taylor and all this other stuff. But yeah, she was telling Ridge that he belongs at Forrester Creations just like he belongs with her or whatever. And I said, to me, I feel like he keep proving how he feel. Like, that's the only thing you really can say. He keep proving that he don't know who he want in the moment. Whoever in his face. That's what I said on one review. I said, whoever in his face is who he want. But yeah, on today's episode, she was telling him the same thing. He belongs with her. Come back home to our home and all this other stuff. And he's basically telling her, he got through talking to Carter or whatever, and he could see that he's starting to show some sign of remorse. And he could tell that somewhere down, Brooke feels bad about what she did as well. Even though she keeps telling him she only took the doggone, how many times she gonna sit up here and tell you? I said, now, she done told you repeatedly why she took the job. You just don't want to hear it. You just want a reason to be mad. I mean, you can be mad because they did some foul stuff. I was hoping this storyline would be over by now. What's today? Wednesday? So we got 2 more episodes. Maybe by Friday we'll be over with. But yeah, what else did Brooke say? I think he was telling her that he could see that everybody's starting to see that, what was done was wrong except Hope. Go talk to her. She's the one you need to talk to and all this other stuff. I said, true that, but she has been trying to talk to her. Brooke ends up saying, she ends up telling him basically she'll give up the CEO position, and he don't care about none of that. He don't care about none of that or whatever. And she was just trying to convince him to stay. He belongs there. And what she said, you and me, we can basically be the example. I said, what she wanted him to do? Like, what did she want him to do or whatever? I don't know. I did say, like, if they had went over there to confront her together, and then Carter would have been like, yeah, they're right. We have to get the company back or whatever. It's the right thing to do. Then boom, it's over with. But no, he walked out again. He walked out on her again. But yeah, before he walked out, he ended up telling her that her daughter's the one that needs to be controlled or whatever. He was bringing up Thomas and how she did Thomas, and he had to leave. He don't get to see him or his grandson and all this extra stuff. She said, what they got to do with this situation or whatever? Well, yeah, none of that. Nobody listening. We ain't made no progress yet. But hold on, wait. He said, your daughter needs to learn it's wrong to steal from people. I said, exactly. She over here hyping it. Carter head up still. Taylor and Steffi. At first they was wondering where Ridge could be. They was like, basically he at Forrester. He could be at Forrester's or whatever. But then they started talking about Finn. She was saying how she hadn't seen Finn. Don't she still got on the same outfit from the other day? I don't know. But she was saying how she haven't seen Finn in a while since their anniversary or whatever. Meanwhile, Finn over here still trying to figure out how he gonna tell Steffi the truth. He said tomorrow he's gonna tell her. So I'm assuming on tomorrow's episode, he gonna finally tell her the truth. But they also said in a spoiler that Poppy's supposed to be trying to get him not to say anything again. So we'll see how that plays out. We're going to have to come back to Steph and Taylor because we got to talk about Daphne and Zende. So they go in the room together or whatever. And then they was talking about Ridge, and they was wondering why he's there. Daphne talking about some Steffi and them not going to like that. So they end up calling Taylor and Steffi to let them know Ridge is here. He's behind closed doors. I said that part already, but he's behind closed doors with what's her name, with Brooke or whatever. So Steffi ends up, I don't know, she had it on speakerphone or what, but she said it out loud. I can't remember, y'all. But she ends up telling them to keep her updated or whatever. And that's when she ends up checking on her mama, making sure she's okay. Oh, I skipped the part. Steph was saying that Hope is going full Logan. Basically, she ain't trying to give up the position. She loves the power. And I said today's episode, once again, has proved that. And I feel like she keep on telling Carter If things go back to normal or whatever and they get back control of the company, I'm done. I'm done or whatever. I feel like she telling him without telling him, and he just ain't catching on. He over here hugging her. They keep hugging and everything. And I was like, dude, it's over with. Just cut your losses at this point. Just go on, get the paperwork drawn up, and it's over with. It's over with. But yeah, let me see what else happened. Steffi ends up asking Taylor if she's okay. Taylor ends up saying basically she's not worried. You know, back in the day she'll be worried, but now she believes that because Ridge lives with what she said. She said, if Ridge wanted Brooke, he wouldn't be living here with me. I said that's the exact reason why. I don't know. Like I seen some people saying they feel like Ridge does want Taylor this time. They finally sees who Brooke is, but we watching the same stuff. I don't think he gonna forever in my eyes. Now I could be wrong. Now I said in my eyes, I feel like he gonna forever want both of them. Whoever in his face, especially. But yeah, the other day, like what? The other day, instead of telling her it's over, and on today's episode, he never once said, we done, we never getting back together, it's over with, and all this other stuff. I'm with Taylor, I'm staying with Taylor, she's the one I want, or whatever. I know you ain't got to always repeatedly say that, but at the same time, this lady won't stop. Brooke won't stop. She won't stop. And Taylor said that. She was like, although she feels like, because he moved in with her, or they moved in together or whatever, he wants her. She said there's no doubt about the fact that Brooke over here begging him to come back to her. And I said she was right. She was right. And that's why I said he should put her in her place. If you currently with this woman or whatever. But at the same time, he never put Taylor in her place. He never put neither one of them in their place. Whoever he with is who he want at the time. But yeah, to finalize things with them, she was just saying, he wouldn't be living together. He wouldn't be living together. Lord have mercy. They wouldn't be living together if he wanted Brooke. But I said, I feel like that's the reason why. Then to sit up here and say, you just found out that she done took the CEO position. Right after you found out, you kiss her. Y'all go sleep together or whatever they did. I don't know. Was that the episode? I don't think they slept together on that episode, did they? I don't think so, but they slept together though. And then you tell her, you plan a little date or whatever, and you tell her, y'all gonna get the old beach house or whatever place back or whatever. You tell me you ain't do that out of spite to stick it to her. Then you don't have to have no conversation with her. You keep having conversations with her about the same thing. You'll walk out on her and everything, but that's not good enough. That's not good enough. And the last people I think is Hope and Carter, y'all. Hope and Carter. So Hope ends up telling Carter, Reese didn't come over to patch things up or whatever. So he started trying to tell her how he feels. Told her that he feels like things can change or whatever. He think it's time to mend fences. He was like, we proved our point and everything. She don't want to hear none of that. She said, she wants to know what Ridge said to him, questioning him about everything because she feel like Ridge got to him or something. He still feels like a traitor, like he said, an imposter. He feel like a traitor and an imposter or whatever. And she just started trying to hype his head up. You did the right thing. I'm never going back. That's you ain't got no choice. You ain't even your company. Talking about I'm never going back the way things are. Nah, what she said, she'll never answer to Ridge or Steffi ever again. I said, well, you ain't got no choice. I said, well, first of all, if they get the when they get the company back, I wouldn't hire you back anyways. All y'all would have to go. Clear house. Well, we know these folks be doing dirty stuff to each other, crossing each other, sleeping with each other, men or women and everything, having babies with each other and everything. They be back cool. They be back one happy extended family by the holidays, y'all. But yeah, she started hyping his head up, telling him he did was right. And you a good man, that's why you care. But she keeps saying she never going back to the way things are. The way things were or whatever. What else did she tell this man? She was studying the whole episode. She basically telling him how she feel once again or whatever. But yeah, he ain't listening. He ended up hugging her, but it's a look on his face. He still feels guilty. Hopefully by Friday's episode, he gone on draw out the paperwork and get these folks their company back so he can move on to the next storyline. But I doubt it. We'll see though. But yeah, I think that's everything, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the day and be safe.